I shouldn't have done that.
Welcome to the world of Mime Over Matter, and here we have another Zolocon pickup. This is from Horsemen Studios, Mythic Legions, a warrior who goes by the name of Legendary Barbarian, which may seem like a pretty presumptuous name to give yourself, but if you're going to come up with a name, go with something legendary, like Legendary Barbarian. And here is our skeleton, who is absolutely shocked that he just got decapitated after helping with the unboxing. So we'll put him aside, and let's look at this big beefy toy. And here is the box. It comes with chock full of accessories to go through. There's our Legendary Barbarian. On the back there is just a very basic Horsemen Studios logo on there. And otherwise, the figure speaks for himself, which is hard to do without an articulated jaw. The skeleton has no trouble at all doing that. So let's see how the Barbarian matches up. So on his helmet that he comes with, there are spots where you could put the horns on there. So that came in the box. So let's put the horns on there and see how they look. When the horns are up, he is ready for battle. You can see he's going to run headfirst into battle, knock things out of his way. And then it's kind of like a mood ring. If the horns are down, he's a little bit sad, might need some soup or something to cheer him up. And if they're sideways, that just means he's goofy. If you see the Barbarian coming at you with his horns sideways or one up, one down, then be ready. It's gonna get wild. And this helmeted head sculpt also comes with a pretty amazing braided beard. So pretty awesome facial hair on him. He's got some pretty nice articulation. The shoulders are a little bit tight. Those can get worked in a little bit. And then we've got some pretty solid elbow articulation. These are huge muscular legs. I'm not sure if those almost look like they might be brand new sculpts on the legs. I've not seen those before. And even the body, like everything's just so muscular. And the boots, I think these are amazing. I have not seen these. They've got a boot cut swivel on there, which is kind of fitting because it's right at the boot. And he's got a thigh cut, but it's like interwoven into his leg, just to, it almost looks like some of like the muscle striations on there is where it pivots, which is pretty amazing. So yeah, right off the bat, this is probably one of the cooler Mythic Legions figures I have seen, and to me this is the better head sculpt of the two. The helmeted one is cool, but this is the true Barbarian look. This is the unhelmeted version. And then he comes with swappable hair because he's also a fashionista, so he's going to keep dyeing his hair different colors so he can pretty much match his hair to the loincloth. All right, so there we go. We just pop that old head off and the new one on, and he's got a little knob on the top of his head, not because he was hit with a mallet, because that's where you're going to put the hair on and have it fit. So first up of the toupees, we've got our blonde wig, we've got our brunette wig, and then we've got the nice jet black hair. So let's see how they all look. So first with the blonde wig, it looks like it's not on there quite right. So yeah, there's a little groove for the knob to fit in, so it looks perfect. So yeah, I could feel that it just pushed right back down. And there we go. It's very He-Man-esque, who is also a very similar of the fashion style as this Barbarian. So let's swap it up. Here is the kind of the brunette look, which in my opinion is very similar to the blonde one. It's kind of like a dirty blonde / brown, but to me, I think the black hair is probably the cooler of them. So let's take that off. And then, yeah, I could already tell this makes just all those other features pop. And I might be a little biased. This makes him look a lot like Conan the Barbarian from the Marvel comics. So I'm leaning towards this is the hair I'm going to be displaying him with. So I'll finish off the review wearing the black hair. You can see some profiles on there. He is a brute. He is ready for battle. He's ready for action. He's a no-nonsense barbarian. And let's see his other accessories. So this looks like a kind of like a belt that goes over his shoulder that he could put his sword in. I think for now I'm not going to put it on because usually you got to pop off the head, put over the shoulder. He's already got a sash on there. So I'll show you what it looks like as far as you could fit the sword in there. Then he could wear it on his back. But I'm going to have him holding the sword. So I think for now I'm not going to put that harness on him. But I will put this nice sword in his hand after we take a closer look. Just some of the details on there. I have not seen this sword before. There's some other Barbarian figures and warriors that Mythic Legions do. I'm not sure if this is a sword from one of those. I do not have any. So if you are aware, you can let me know if this is a brand new sword or if this is reused from another of the characters. And there we go. That is a gigantic sword. He's holding on that. He could lob an arm or two off with that guy. He is ready for battle. Whoever he's going to fight. Now I need to get some orcs and goblins and just I have a minotaur. He could fight one of those guys. I'll do some stop motions with that in the future. And then we've got a nice shield so he could protect himself from people hurling tomatoes or things when he makes some off-color jokes that people just don't like. Sumerian humor is not typically for everybody, so he's got to shield himself from that. And there we go. It clips right on. And then there we go. He is ready for battle. He can go into the arenas and then fight. But I think my barbarian, he's going to be double fisting weapons. So I'll take the sword off for now and give him the axe. And this is amazing. It's a short-handled axe. He can wield this quickly. It's got all this beautiful detail on it. As it's blood splattered, it's just going to really make it pop. So as a fashionista barbarian, he knows where the blood's going to sit. And that looks amazing with the two weapons, two oversized weapons, but he's got the muscles to carry them. This guy looks insane. Probably one of the, I think, even early in the review, I might say this is probably one of the greatest Mythic Legions figures I think I have the privilege of owning. He just looks so cool. Just all out intimidating figure. And then he's got these kind of shoulder pads that he wears when he goes into the office. There's holes on his... Ooh! Sorry, every time I turn these guys around, it always startles their back. And there are pegs on the shoulder pads that go into the holes on the back, so you just push them in. Similar to some of the other accessories like the belt. I'll show you what it looks like, but at the end of the day, I prefer them without it, so I'm going to take them off for the rest of the review, and you'll probably never see me have him wearing them in stop motions. So there are some other characters like the knights I really love the shoulder pads for, but some of these like cleaner looking don't have a bunch of armor on there. I'd prefer them without it so you can see the detail of the muscles and the arms, and it also makes motion when you're doing stop motion with them not as clunky because it doesn't move up and down. So we now get a bag of hands. Some of these are his, others he's collected. He just lops them off his enemies, puts them in a bag, and then he could wear them. So these look like reaching hands or grasping hands. If he needs to do some light choking, or you're handing him your wallet if he's holding you up, those are pretty awesome. Then he's got the heart grasping hands, and then these look like other grabbing hands that he can hold. I guess the sword, I'm not sure if it's a different grip than the ones he comes with out of the package. Then he's got punching hands, and then he also comes with these chains. So for when he's escaping from imprisonment and indentured servitude where he has to fight into the arenas, he doesn't have time to take them off, or he doesn't trust anyone, or he just wears it because it's fashionable. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop off his hand, we're going to put his chain on there, and you can see the chain dangles, and that is a pretty nice accessory. So for now, I'll probably put one of them on. It comes with 3, so maybe the other one is maybe for the ankle. I'm not quite sure. I will have to see what it fits on. Otherwise, he gives it to someone as a gift when he finds that special lady barbarian. It's like their wedding shackle. Now, since this guy does remind me of Conan, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some of my other Conan figures for comparison. So here is a Conan by Funko. And you could see from the likeness of the face, the Funko one, you can tell it's Conan, but this one, Mythic Legions, has a lot more detail on it. So I think they definitely did a much better job getting the look and feel of Conan. It's also the body, the suit of armor versus just the casual suit. I think Mythic Legions did a much better job with that. And then we have more of the muscular, bulky Conan. This is the Hellboy version, which the body is pretty much the same. You can't really tell them apart other than one being red. But again, the face sculpt, a lot more detail on the Four Horsemen Mythic Legions one. All in all, amazing figure, legendary.